Dude, that is a kick in the pants!
Hello friends. I started this new to me hobby getting a 2014 Honda CRF250L, and I went out on my first ride to quickly find out the range on this factory 2.1 gallon tank was horrible. Even with a small bike that gets good gas mileage, if I was going to go into the mountains with other adventure riders that had correct range tanks, I'd be the weak link if I didn't address it. When I started looking for a larger tank, I noticed two brands, Acerbis and IMS. I found an Acerbis tank quick for cheap, and once it was installed, I spent my first off-road summer ever riding with the larger tank, and every single time I got gas, I absolutely hated having to try matching up the threads of the plastic cap to the plastic tank. I searched the web and wrote Acerbis to be told that they didn't offer an option to the plastic cap, and they had no plans to do so in the future. Consequently, when I upgraded to the 2019 Honda CRF250L, I noticed that the Acerbis tank used a different fuel pump than the 2014, and I'd need to get a larger tank. So this time I decided to look closer at the IMS tank and found that they offer an option to use the OEM cap. That was huge to me, so I got it. My new IMS tank arrived while I still had the Acerbis, so I decided to point out a comparison which highlights the clear advantages of the IMS tank. The first obvious advantage is the 3.5 gallon capacity of the IMS tank, which is 0.4 gallons bigger than the Acerbis and a whopping 1.4 gallons increase over the OEM tank capacity. This increase in capacity is allowing me to not have to pack my Rotopacks anymore. At the front of the tanks, where the large rubbers come in contact with the frame, the Acerbis relies on the weight of the tank to hold the tank onto their rubbers, which connect directly to the frame, whereas the IMS rubbers attach to the tank and they screw into the OEM mounting locations for a firm, solid mount. The Acerbis tank required me to make a trip to Ace Hardware to get some longer screws and spacers to mount the stock plastics, and I had to make major modifications to my aftermarket radiator guard, whereas all the necessary hardware is included with the IMS tank. The only installation gotcha, if you will, that I had with the IMS tank is that I had to use a hammer to tap in the frame tabs slightly to let the new tank position slip into there easier. Other than that, the installation was much easier and much faster. The plastics mounted simply and used the OEM hardware. The additional capacity and the better mounting experience is worth paying the extra to get an IMS tank, and the ability to use the OEM cap is totally worth the extra cost. So if IMS offers it, spend that extra money. You guys that have followed me know that I like my stuff to look sweet. So normally I would have gone with their black color option, but the first time I went on a ride with the natural tank, I was a believer and happy I sacrificed some of the looks to be able to constantly see how much fuel I have. And one additional note, it's even easy for everyone riding with you to see how much you have. It's worth noting that IMS originated in California and has a long time reputation for making great products, so that was also a plus. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.